Hi guys, welcome back. Domain-3 Architecture and Design. In this video we're going to see implementing software RAID practice lab. So lab requirements: VMware or VirtualBox, Windows Server 2016 domain control, Windows Server 2016 domain member server. Mostly we are going to work on domain member server. Task for the lab: we are going to create how to create a RAID 5 volume, how to create mirrored volume, how to create striped volume. So first we are going to see how to create RAID 5 volume. So configuring software RAID, so which means Windows has a built-in capability to set up a software RAID that combines multiple disk drive components into a single logical unit for purpose of providing fault tolerance or enhancing the performance of your storage subsystem. Based on the various formats used for storing data on the disk groups, the RAIDs can be of many types. The common ones supported by Windows are RAID 5, RAID 1, and RAID 0. So what we discussed in the previous video. So you guys can go through the previous videos. I was explained more about the RAID. So how does it work? Everything. So. Okay, the software RAID, unlike its hardware counterparts, is slower and entirely depends on the operating system. So therefore, if Windows becomes inoperable, the only way that you can access your data host in software-based RAID system is by restoring Windows and ensuring that RAID disks are all intact. So we will now see how to configure storage by implementing the RAID technique. So a RAID 5, creating RAID 5 volume. A RAID 5 volume requires a 3 disks with unallocated partitions of the same size. Data is written and read across the member of a striped volume, and parity information is saved on the disk, so which enhances data recoverability. So this task we are going to, let's go for the practice lab. Okay, so this is the domain member server. Here we are going to create a RAID 5 volume S consisting of disk 1, 3 and 4 on the domain member server here. Okay, so let's open the server manager. So on the server manager you have to click tools, computer management. Okay, so here click the storage, just double click the storage node, select the disk management. So the middle pane displays the details of disk available. Okay, so you guys can see now here. So ensure that current status of disk 1, disk 2, disk 3 and disk 4 is online. So first what we are saying is disk 0, disk 1 is offline and the disk 4 is also offline. So we need to turn on all the disks now. So for that, just right click online, right click online, just scroll up. Okay, just scroll up. On the disk 1, right click online. So now let's start creating this RAID 5 volume. For that, just scroll down. Okay, so just make sure everything is online. Okay, now we are going to create a RAID 5 volume. Okay, for that the disk 1, so you guys can see here unallocated, just right click, so new RAID 5 volume. Okay, here just default, just click next button. So on the select disk, so access values, under the access value here we can now select 3, click add. So now we can just notice that the 3 is selected here, and then disk 4 is also moved to here, the same thing. Okay, now we are going to select the amount. We have to set up the space. Let's give 5000. So you notice the change in size of disk 1, disk 3 and disk 4. So and the changes in total size in megabytes information box. Okay, so the reason why the value 5000 is for illustrative purpose only. In a RAID 5 volume, typically you will use a common disk size for each member of this volume. Don't max out the amount of space. You will need to set aside all unallocated disk space that will be required for the other volume types that you will create in later tasks. Okay, okay, click next. Okay, now here we can set up, yes, click proceed next. So on the format, here we're going to perform a quick format. So you always set here and then keep the default settings, then finish. So the disk management message so verifies that you want to convert the basic disk to dynamic disk. So conversation is required. So the conversation is required to support the software based RAID system. So I just proceed, click yes. So now it's creating RAID 5 volume. So it will take few minutes to finish. So you guys can notice that resynchronous status on RAID 5 disk member. So now also you can see the new volume driver letter. The letter is yes. Last time it was unallocated, so now I said that yes. I changed it to yes. So let's wait for some time. Okay, now you have a new volume, yes, with a healthy status. This is a RAID 5 volume now available. So to view, we just created. So we can just click a File Explorer on the taskbar here, right? It's just open. So you can just open ESC. So here you can see that. Okay, now you can see here. Yes, it's now listed on the available storage device. Just we can now close it. So we can now open the computer management. Okay, so we have now successfully completed the first task. So first task, what we created, first task, so created RAID 5 volume successfully. So now we are going to creating mirrored volume. So we are going to perform the second task now. So the mirrored volume, so sometimes referred to as RAID 1, require 2 disks with identical unallocated size. The content of the first disk is mirrored onto the second disk. Therefore, the second disk is replica or duplicate of the first disk drive. So they provide redundancy and increase the data availability. So we will create a mirror value is a different letter. So let's say in my case I'm going to change N. So here I'm going to create new mirrored volume. Okay, next. So here I'm doing the same thing. So select the disk tree. So now you can see that the value is exactly same. This is in accordance with the requirement of mirrored volume, 2 disks of the same size. Okay, so now the same value we are going to add 5000. So notice that values change successfully. So just proceed next. So now we are going to change n. Okay, I'm just going to change n. Okay, now perform a quick format, proceed next, finish. So now you can see the n. So notice the new volume n, mirrored volume. So this place is healthy. So to verify the availability of the volume just created, so we will just open the Explorer, File Explorer. You can see n is created. Okay. Okay, now we have now completed the second task. Created the first one is created RAID 5 volume successfully done, created mirrored volume successfully done. So we are going to create stripped value. See, a stripped volume requires at least 2 disks with the identical unallocated size. A striped value is created to enhance the performance of disk as it provides an efficient disk read time because the disk heads are moving simultaneously, giving a fast throughput. So a striped volume doesn't provide data redundancy comparable to RAID 5 and mirrored volume. So striped volumes are referred to RAID 0 volume. So in this task we are going to see how to create striped volume with the letter. So whatever the letter, let's say P. Okay, so the P, we are going to create a striped volume P on the disk 3 and disk 4, so on the domain member server. Okay, let's go for the practice lab. So okay, just scroll down. So you have to go to the Domain-3, sorry, disk 3. So here you can see the unallocated. So disk 3 you can see unallocated space. So just right click, new stripe, new strip. So here just proceed next, and then here now you can notice here the disk 3 is already selected or listed in the selected list box. So we're going to select only the disk 4, add. So it's now successfully added. So the size we can just leave it, we don't change the size, the disk space, the amount of space we don't change, we don't touch that. So we're going to click next. So here I'm going to change P. Okay, so then click next, and then perform quick format as usual. So then we just click next. Okay, finish. So back on the computer management console, so you can now see the disk 3 After the process is completed, so you can notice here the volume, the new volume P, the strip volume display healthy status. So to verify availability, just created. So as usual, so you just open File Explorer and check the P. So you guys can see, right? So P S N. So we have successfully created. So we have now successfully completed all 3 tasks: create a RAID 5 volume, create mirrored volume, create strip volume. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please subscribe my channel, press the bell button to get more update. Share the video if you like, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.